It's time for Power Hour.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. It's been a minute, but today we have some price action where a key inflection zone from history that we know so well is being back tested, or at least the attempt of the back test is ongoing before our very eyes. Here it is, the gray zone, 40,600 to 42K. Duplicated lines. There we go. So that's it. Down 6% at one time. Bitcoin was down $3,000 plus, and you were cracking below this candle high close that goes back to January 2021. The whole reasoning behind having this level. And as you can see, not just that first time ever, but then once again in May of 2021, June 2021, it then flipped to support. Wait a second. Buyers broke the level and then back tested this same zone, and they were successful that time, that fateful September, the falling wedge breakout, before going to all-time highs. So and during that period, you can see some price action that occurred below it, but the traders never really settled up below there, and that was it. So big questions here. Will this very key inflection, and then again, right, look, January 2022, it was support for a moment, and then it flipped to resistance, and then resistance again a multitude of times. So this is not a joke level, and if the bulls are really in control here, this was going to be it, right? This is where they would hold, defend this level, and then we would rally to go test 44 to 45K, right? These two pesky levels before 50 something K, you know? So that's it. That's the update. Not much really to look at on the 4 hour. I mean, I guess it's kind of crazy looking. Let me just try to pull it up so you can see it. Look at this. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Look, all right, so you got the 4 hour, 40,665 tested once last night and then again today. And still, even on a joke time scale at the 4 hour, the buyers are not trading the price below it during the close, right? The close is happening above it. And it's not just the horizontal line support resistance we just looked at on the daily. It's also like this channel, remember? Like the old crazy channel that just kept being respected over, well, it started there in October, then over and over and over again and then tested it one more time before breaking it. That's also kind of confluent with that 40,665 level. So that's where we are. It's kind of funny. I mean, I was memeing, you know, I'm never going to act like I know where something's going next, but there is the Bobo, you know, Bobo and his girlfriend saying, stop shorting. You keep trying to short and it keeps going higher. And then Bobo says, double top. Then he's got bags under his eyes. That was the meme, right? And that double top actually played out, right? One high, they tested once, very minor pullback, and then a second attempt and failure from the buyers. And so it was confirmed that 44,444, repeating of course, was resistance. And the buyers relented and the sellers took over and the price...
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
Well, again, I mean, I understand that, Tangia, thank you, but it's not bad. I mean, even if buyers can't defend this level, there is not too much support looking left. So that's why it's really important that we see this 40,665 to 42K level and understand the significance of it. Because if they can, the consequence, if they can defend it, the consequence could be things that we can't even comprehend. All the moon boys with their price predictions, 100K Bitcoin. Okay, well, this is step one. You got to do this. Another thing, if you care, if we go to a very discernible swing low from this rally where there wasn't really much of a swing high, you anchor from that low point to the high point, another 23% retrace at this point at the lowest lows. There you see it. 236, 40,267. That's about as low as we got today. So you wonder, will they fall through tomorrow? Not. Hey, we're not here to really try to predict the outcome of the next day. I'm just telling you about the levels because there was an opportunity. Even in the insane vertical accumulation, there was opportunity with a confirmation low for a long, and target 1 and 2, which was 40K, 40,665, and then 42K. They were the two targets, the exits, and it did break that and exceeded it, but you could have had a third target maybe. Like that's a decent third target, 44 to 45. One of these two peaks could have been third. But that's it. And now, as of today, you're just testing the first target. So you just, once there a reasonable argument, right, develops for a long, so one can strategize and cut their losses if it fails, right? Okay, yeah, 1 and 2, they say probably it goes a little higher, yeah. And now it's back to the first target, and that's why, like, you know, layering out for swing trades matters. It just doesn't happen like the day it hits the first target, oh my god, it's over. No, not always. So, you know, just think about it like that. Now we have to like wait for some very real time and data to present itself. There's not much right now. You know, if you're looking at the 4 hour, I mean, structures, just besides buyers trying to defend a level a couple times, that's about it. It's not a very amazing swing trade argument. Just pulling back. Okay. And the altcoins shattered. I mean, of course, this is how it goes. There's tradition here. Hey, Bitcoin's down 6%. Well, altcoin's down 10%, 9%, 8%. And then there are some like KCS, KuCoin's up 16%, TRB up almost 12%, IMX 10%, OP up 4%, HOT up 3%, AVAX up almost 4%, SNX, BNB, height, Algo all in the green today. So it's not all doom and gloom. Here's your Ethereum. Bro, I'll tell you, what can you do, you know? What can you even do in this situation? Let me show you. I mean, it's kind of good because it's like testament to how it works, right? Okay, structure development, ascending triangle, back test of key zone as support, and you're back above all of it. Higher lows, right? More than before. Everything's good. Hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour. It's a decent swing trade setup. Okay, and then it's like, oh, okay. So like the target, like 2407, 24 and change, and guess what? Like Ethereum got to a high point of $2,403.37. So it's like, okay, what happened? Like, so traders took profit up here and then we flushed, and then probably what will happen is a pivot above these highs will occur eventually, and then you'll run to go test 2400 again, and then probably break it, and then probably run to the next levels because people are just taking profit. I mean, that's what happens. People got to pay the bills. All right, so they make some money. They had a trading plan, and they're probably not completely out. They just took some profit. All right, pretty crazy. So at this time, I mean, like, what do we do? Like, the trade's still active. Did it get stopped out? Not even close. I mean, it's just pulling back today. It's not a big deal. Kind of like, look, I mean, maybe back test of the triangle. First one, because they had never confirmed it to be support, and they're trying now. BNB, well, it was just the inflection point, and just random stuff happens. I mean, like, we all knew it was the elephant. We knew that 225 was a key level from history, no doubt, indubitable. It's like, it can't be doubted. All right, so the buyers just defended it once and twice, and you've been rallying. And look at that, though. I mean, oh, okay, it's up today, but like at one point when Bitcoin was drawn down, this thing was down 5% plus, just like everything else. So
hi, Mitch. You know what I'm thinking is, when I'm reelected and the swamp is drained, I'll do some sort of collusion and get the first string of the Cowboys into Congress. Dak Prescott, Speaker of the House, and CeeDee Lamb as Majority Whip. Cooper Rush for Vice President.
Oh, Mark Cooper. Yeah, roll tide. Yep. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the contribution and the layout, political layout for our future. Thank you, dude. So just something I haven't talked about. Someone just kind of randomly asked me, dude, you should get the lights back, you know, get the lights back when someone tips. All right, it's back. Not Tangia. People have been Tangiing today, so stream elements, whatever. There will be lights. Okay, so anyway, so BNB back to 250. That's key inflection point. If buyers can break that, Activity 6 above that, $300. Nice little square up level up there. It's perfect. So buyers just defending a key level, and volatility, bids coming in. It's probably CZ himself, no one else. That's your update. Nearing a level that was tested and they were unable to break it. But that was insane news. That was like the worst news one could ever receive as a crypto. And guess what? The worst news of all time, and buyers just defend the level and put in the first discernible higher low on BNB in a very long time. Last discernible swing low I can really see, I mean, maybe since March 9th. You know, this low is higher than this low. That's it. So major development, first higher low in many, many months on BNB, and it was at the level. And if this is real, again, the upside, could you really be surprised if we know a level on the bottom and the top? Could you really be surprised if in time, say Bitcoin recovers, they defend 40,665 like they did in September of 2021? If they do that, can you be that surprised if eventually maybe BNB just ping pongs in between this level like it has a million different times over the years? It can't be that surprising, because if they didn't kill the coin with that worst news ever, well, you know, your CEO pleads guilty to fraud and nothing happens on the chart. Okay, that's kind of like, it's a subtle tell. Definitely a subtle tell. I mean, if that's the worst it could do, that's the best the sellers could do. You articulate it that way. Back above the 200-day simple moving average. Do we got a golden cross that already happened? Or is it? There it is. Mother of God. I mean, we just come look at these things, and it's just like our Jesus chimes for the golden cross that occurred just a day ago. Occurred, yeah, literally yesterday. Golden cross on BNB. Last time we had a golden cross here. Death cross, golden cross back in February. So there you have it. New development, lagging indicator, but still, it's real life. The golden cross happening after a spring back test. See what happens. 300, 330 if it's real. If Bitcoin can hold up. I mean, like, if Bitcoin's having such a bad day and then something like BNB is having a good day, man, what happens when when Bitcoin has a good day at this point? That's how it's going. So interesting. We'll go to XRP. Forgive me, I had a really rough workout today. So XRP that like faked out, then rallied. I mean, measured move probably hit. You know, it was very close. Very close to a measured move. Wow, it's so close, I have to measure. Like, all right, let's get the sticks out. Like, third down. Fourth down, oh my God, he got the measured move. Wait a second. Let's see here. So, we had the effery with the scam wig, of course, right? But, I mean, you'll see if we were able to adequately... 67, dude. It did. So, it's like, okay. I mean, just think about it. We're just constructing an argument based on everything we've studied, okay? Like, we've studied what's been researched, and again, I understand the scamminess nature of this wick here did kind of wreck the trade as it stood, but you had so much time afterwards. All right, it was bullcrap. So, all right, just targeting wise though, right? I mean, not bad. High to low, traditional target, 618 of a dragon. That's the bread and butter. You got two of them, right? I mean, like, despite the wick, okay? I understand that. I'm just talking about, it's not always going to be like that. You're not going to get a stupid scam wick like that before the rally. You had, again, time to assess after that bullcrap move, about probably 36 hours to reassess if you thought it was real or not. And, you got two. And then normally a pullback happens and then another rally and you get the third target. That just didn't happen. It did not happen. So, yeah, this stuff's, it can be tough to learn it all. And it takes a while, but once you get it, it's kind of nice. It's pretty cool. So we measured move either way. Fibonacci, 618, 786, all the above kind of played out. So, okay, that's your XRP, just back down to same levels we saw like a week ago. That's it. All right, there are your cryptos, your big four. We could probably spend some time. It's hot in here, man. Hold on. Turn the AC on. Sorry, that's what a luxury, right? I mean, y'all probably freezing. Most of y'all. And most of these should be even visible on the daily because it wasn't a daily trade. It was a 4-hour trade. It was the time scale you're looking at now is the time scale where action would be taken. There you go. All right, so let's do a damage assessment. Not really. That's your first lower high in a while, right? So the dailies, you know, as long as you make a higher low, everything's fine, I guess. But so let's do it. Let's look at like FIL that has been a promising prospect, but got confirmation high, like confirming a failure to break this level. There could be a more significant pullback here where it could manifest into a bad action magnet move like 417 breaking and then a bull 886. That'd be the lowest risk area of all time to get in, you know, to re-enter around 340 or so, eyeballing it. But yeah, that's kind of disappointing. How could it not be like that with the way Bitcoin pulled back? So unfortunately on FIL, not above the level you need to be above. And staying below this level too long, there could be a more significant pullback. I mean, you can't be like that disappointed in something like this occurring, right? Okay, the wave structure, it's like a bearish dragon right now, kind of, right? What happens if you get an 886? It's not the end of the world. It'd be the highest low you've seen. 326. Now that's getting ahead of ourselves because because we just don't know. I mean, we just tested 40K for the first time on a pullback, on a back test. So I just there's no action to really take right now. I mean, you could try to do a bearish dragon, but you're staring into the face of like such a powerful structure here. I mean, that is 300 plus days large. Hard to bet against that. I mean, you probably wouldn't bet against it till 416's broken because you could just put in a higher low and it could be reaccumulation. So, man, I think everything's just dependent on Bitcoin, like always. Yeah, bearish bat. I mean, certainly on a very insignificant 4-hour time scale, you got an XA, BC, and then the 886. Sure. Yep, a bearish bat there. What would the bearish bat be? It'd be in this situation, if you're looking at like a bigger dragon, it'd be like the XA, BC, right? It's the B, it's the A to B, the B to C waves, giving you one smaller harmonic. That tends to happen. So pretty bad, down 10+%. ZK. So I mean, yeah, there's not really too much support below this level. You might get lucky at 414 again, but that's kind of the next level from here. Zcash, that was pretty promising. Look what it does though. Like, it runs up and hits a key inflection point. Like, no surprise. If you get price act, it's down 10% after testing a level that's like unbelievably real. Like, it's stupidly real. Like, it needs to be gray, a gray zone here too, because geez. Like, it's just the first time, huge reversal. Look, you even saw in history what happened here, where like the buyers recaptured it and then reconfirmed its validity as support back in 2017. And then look, they tested it in 2019, and then it became resistance in 2019, and then finally broke. And what happened when it broke? It was gone, right? So look, you can see it was resistance, and then pull back, and then a rally, and then a formal bullish back test before going insane. So I mean, yes, when an asset, when you see these levels, it's resistance, but that's okay. You know, like, you pivot, you make a higher low again, we're fine, man. You keep making these higher lows, they keep repurchasing this stuff. We head back to 33, 34, and you're looking for something like this eventually to happen. That right there is the signal of the past 7 years. That's the signal, like the reconfirmation of this level as support. It'll be a while, but that's what we're eventually waiting for. This is a trade setup, like close enough to the 2660 level. Close you are, the easier it is to strategize an entry and a stop loss. And then the upside would eventually, this would all happen, and then you'd be probably $50. So, yeah, no surprise. Just looking at one that got wrecked. Poor Engine Coin. They broke it, and then it's fine though. Like you're not even close to a failure of a trade. You know, like what? Just yesterday, not today. Yesterday, highest level seen on Engine since May 6th. If it was less than 24 hours ago that you saw multi-month highs, you're fine. You're just back below 33 cents, unfortunately. But again, like Zcash, if you can just The higher lows keep coming in. Everything's fine. More than before. Trend reversing, right? The lowest low, then a high, then higher lows than the previous low, then a higher high than the previous high. Give me a higher low so we can be talking about a trend reversal on Engine and many others. I mean, honestly, yep. ZRX, well, it was looking good, and then just Bitcoin, and yep, goes down. It's still above the key, like below 35 cents is a lot of trouble. I mean, 30 cents and then nothing till 15. So they defended 33 or 35 cents, and now you're at 38. But again, it's just gonna keep bleeding out if Bitcoin does. And at least you have a target for 30 cents. So this one, like, all right, momentum. Like, it was a 40% pullback, okay? I measured it. 40% pullback. And the buyers are back testing the key level as support. All right, see this in 2018? And then again from 2022. That was just kind of the thought process, and you're back above it. But it's just the macro. Like, Bitcoin flushed and kind of wrecked this thing. So... yeah, ugh. FTM. I mean, on this one, it's all about the monthly. Like, if you go to the monthly, I can't even tell anything happened. The monthly is where the party is on this one because it's so freaking good. Like, this is the same on Bitcoin too, though. Where you look at the monthly, you're like, what happened? Nothing happened. Just, there's a wick. Oh, okay. So, I don't know. You stare at something like this on the monthly, you just have to be extremely patient. You can't tell it's down 10% today. It's just off its highs. Its highest highs since May. Whatever. Bitcoin dropping now. Bitcoin hasn't done anything in hours. So... yeah, you just look at this and say, how could I be concerned? I'm not concerned about a 10% pullback on the monthly. I don't care. Like, you're like, cutoff would be below 18 cents. Yeah, so that's like a good thing to do on days like this. Let's just go to Bitcoin on the monthly and just, oh yeah, it's all over for Bitcoin, chat. It's done. Like, we're screwed. Yep, going to zero now. Completely done. Just kidding, right? We're not. And then high to low. Still haven't seen a 618 like we saw in 2019 at 48,500. Man, you got so close to the only overhead resistance that exists on the monthly until like 59K. So you were really close. Yep, just everyone's got their nerves and they're freaked out. The only people that no one should freak out, but the only people that would be freaking out really or should would be the people that like just showed up to the party like a week ago and they bought. And it's like, what are you doing? No one said to do that. No one. The trade setup, like targets were like achieved and we were just floating up beyond them kind of by like $1,000. Like, who's telling you to do that? Who was the guy? Rip the guy we witnessed live that bought $17 million or 400 Bitcoin market buy on Coinbase that made Bitcoin do this, where it went up to $45,000. I mean, how underwater is he? How much money has he lost from when he bought that? He's down 8.5% on his $17 million. What is that? Someone do the math quick. But I guess he's probably not concerned because he's maybe looking at the monthly here. Yeah, I wouldn't be concerned either. You can look at like Chainlink down 10%. Yeah, well, this is like what tends to happen up here. It can look kind of good, but if you remember when we did this, I also said, well, what'll happen is you can look at it like that, and then a reversal will happen at an inflection point, and then it's just a range now, a range between the bottom and the top, which is like $13 up to $16.50. So it was a confirmed breakout on the daily, and then the next day there was zero follow through, and then you were back below the level confirmed, and then the bearish engulfing candle. So, and then that demand line we were looking at is kind of breaking. So I would just look at it more like this would be the bottom here. But look, remember, like people were like requesting this, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, why? Like, it's such a high risk level, because you look what's happened in this short period of time. I mean, just from October to its highest high, I mean, in 50 days, 136% appreciation in value. And it was at a level, undeniably. And they tried once, and then they tried twice, and they failed for now. It's not over or anything. Again, like Bitcoin's working on a back test.
GRT still on breakout watch.
GRT on breakout watch, man. Oh, we can look. Very clear bearish divergence. A high to a slightly higher high at an inflection point. Impending price action reversal. We'll see its follow through. Because this could be bearish dragon too. We're at 2 feet. And then the spine. It's lowest risk for a short. It just is. But again,
welcome to the guy saying, should I buy now?
Trend.
Stickler around and invest in yourself. Cheers, Chad and Mitch.
What's up, Andrew? Thanks, dude. Well, should I buy now? I didn't really see many of them, but there were people, just random people in real life, ask about, oh yeah, what should I do with my money now? I'm like, well, bro, you're just late. You're just so late. You just missed it, right? Remember we talk about like opportunity, and it's like a comet that comes. It's in the solar system. It's confined to the gravitational pull of the sun and all the other planets, right? And it comes around once every 25 years. So you have to wait for the price to come to levels or to develop structures to make it appropriate to long. And with the comet, right, the closer it gets to Earth and is most visible, that's the time to go long. And then eventually the comet goes away, and then it's furthest away from that strategic entry point where you can have a low risk, high reward trade that is equitable. So when you're up here, it's like this is the furthest away. Like I'm just saying, like it may not this time, it may just break upward and okay. But like I'm saying, when you're at a resistance after 136% appreciation, and you one time, then 2 times, it's like confirmed, and a little bit of exhaustion there, you're like the furthest away. It's like at its furthest point that it would ever get in the solar system before it comes back. That's kind of what happens when you like confirm a top at a key resistance from history, and like there's bearish divergence, so now it's like either 1144 or 1635. Well, you're near that, and you've just failed to break it twice. So all right. Well, what was that? What did you say, sir? GRT. We just sprinkle it in here. Down 7.6%. Well, here's the thing, right? It's like, okay, we got all these M shapes and cool, and what a run, man. GRT is gonna just never stop. It goes up 130% in 50 days, just like Link. And it's just at this level, at this level, and very clear exhaustion / stagnation. It's just like, here's your high, here's your attempted rally failure. It will be confirmed in 15 minutes as a failure and a bearish engulfing. Again, like highest risk for strategic longs for the swing trader, no matter what it does next. It's crypto. It could, like, you understand Bitcoin, the buyers truly do defend the level, because we looked at it early on the stream, right on the daily. If it's really back tested and we go to 65K, like, of course it will rally and go higher. But I'm just talking about, you look at every situation, like, you don't say that if Bitcoin does that. You say, wow, it's up that much in such a short period of time. It's at a resistance. It's undeniable. We've seen in history what happens when you fail, when the buyers fail to break this level, a drawdown. So it's just not unreasonable to think that there might be some lower prices if they failed once and then twice. and it kind of implies that buyers are exhausted at this level, right? Again, it's just, I'm not making a call that we're going lower. I'm just telling you it's like the furthest away point for a strategic best lowest risk entry for a long. It just is. Failures to break resistance a couple times with bearish divergence is always going to be the worst, no matter what happens next. Okay, it just is. You're looking for like bullish back tests, reconfirmation of validity of ice lines from history as support again, with some sort of hidden bullish divergence, right? Always, no matter what, even if it fails, that's still what you're looking for. So this is like opposite world. Like if you flip the chart over, this might be, you know, the thing is like it could dump here. Sorry. It could like dump here and just have a very mild joke pullback, and because the market's so strong and Bitcoin holds and rallies off 40,600 and these altcoins come roaring back, fine. But you just think like, if there's bullish divergence at a support, right, that's kind of like a bullish dragon. You could take a long for just a normal, you take profit, exit at 10 cents. Because I think the trend's attempting to reverse. It's such a massive harmonic completion, the higher low. I think like wherever, like you think down next, but where it'll probably make a higher low than
Can you
8
take a
cents,
look at
I think.
TLRY? Completed 886. Looks similar to SNDL.
hyphen
Spring
2 times?
Baptist.
Thank you for the hyphens. We will look at Tilray, sure, your cannabis company. Do you get, I just hope you understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm not here to make calls and predictions. I'm just trying to help reinforce like the best things, right? The best, I don't even know, instill the right fundamentals for the technicals, for the trades, right? You're looking for bullish back tests with bullish divergence, not bearish back tests, confirmed bearish back tests with bearish divergence. It doesn't matter if it breaks it now, okay? It's just not a good level. And try to get the point across. It's not a great level, but if Bitcoin rallies here, it could very well just pump, okay, cool, in the face of the bearish divergence at the resistance that it failed to break twice. Of course it could. I don't make calls. Risk management, exactly. It's all it's about. And this is not a good risk management area. But maybe Caroline Ellison can help you, you know, probably do a better job than me of just trying to help, you know, I don't even know, like whatever. Okay, here's total. Jonathan, how was your weekend? Did you see what happened everywhere, and with everything, Jonathan?
I like turtles.
Thank you, dude. 1.52 trillion, no big deal, whatever. Oh, wow, a pullback to destroy over-leveraged joke people. Yeah, they should lose their money. They should be liquidated. Okay, reset it. And eventually pivot higher than we pivoted in November at 1.3 for a highest low, and then we run to eventually test 1.7, 1.78 trillion, the hardest target. It's all good, man. Okay, so, you know, he requested GRT bid, and I'm looking at it because he asked for it. All right. Like all these assets, right? They're all okay until they make lower lows than their previous discernible swing lows on daily time scales. What's up with the vocals here? Can we just steal my thunder? We got less than 10 minutes till the daily close. If you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like button, the bell, the sub, whatever, just saying it. And then, well, let's just real quick, because, you know, you'd be like, man, I guess the world's collapsing, you know, with Bitcoin and altcoins dumping. But nah, dude, not if you look at the S&P 500 that had its highest daily candle close since January 14th, 2022. Slightly higher than that close from March 2022. Just testing it's right there. But that's incredible. I mean, so resilient. Even if it's up 0.39% today, sure is better than being down 6% today, like Bitcoin. So that's what's happening on the other market. And it's the same for the Dow Jones that is also just raging higher. It's the dragon. It's quite a dragon, isn't it? The tail grows longer. The higher the dragon tail goes at this point, the more legendary that it will be in the history books. The Dowgen dragon. Okay, 36.6 is a 1272. And you are less than 2% away now from all-time highs. How far? Oh my God. It's like you are now 1.55% away from all-time highs, and it will be 706 days since all-time highs. So the Hay song, looks like the Hay song is upon us on the Dow Jones. Whoa. Bet you didn't hear that. I mean, you didn't think you'd hear that anytime soon. Bitcoin, so far away from the Hay song. Let's look at the NASDAQ, man, these tech stocks. Here it is. NASDAQ, highest daily candle close. Confirmed since, oh my God, April 4th, 2022. You made the highest highs of the year 2023 today. So very nice, man. We're going to the, we're going to streak through the quad to the gymnasium. Crazy, man. I mean, above 14.5, probably just looking at 14.9 to 15.4. Raging higher. IWM that, is of course playing catch up, but again, is still up and still made its highest daily candle close since September 1st. Nothing like the first three. It is the worst of the index funds, but still, let's say upside potential probably, 200 again, 198 to 200. If all keeps staying as is. Okay, crazy, man. Let's go to gold. That member, Peter Schiff. Good. He's like, Bitcoin's a scam. Before he can even say it's scam, it's already back below 2075. I mean, wow. So, it's unfortunate if you are a gold bug, if you truly, I believe in gold to all-time highs. Well, understand that everything's fine. I mean, this thing even could take out, I think, the low from November 14th. Preferably you wouldn't want to, but I think, as long as a higher low gets put in than the low from February and October, everything's kind of fine. More than before. Accumulation's still there. There's just a lot of supply. I don't know if they want, they own paper gold. They can flex and do anything they want on this chart. And they've been caught many times over years manipulating metals, paper charts, right? So they can do anything they want, and they're just faking out. Maybe they weren't ready. Maybe they needed to accumulate some more gold before they push this thing, really making this a real impulse to see the first Fibonacci extension. That's 2200 to 1272. So gold's still fine. Silver, same thing. I mean, until a lower low gets put in, you're okay. I mean, everything's still, rough, dude. Hopefully they can keep it above 2070. So just keep that weekly pattern, potential pattern, in the running. It's the third valley. It's time for resolution. Probabilities at its highest point on the third valley. And now they're trying to break the 200-week moving average. Come on, dude. What's with this? So let's look at orange juice, because we haven't looked in a while, and it's not probably done. What could be happening on OJ Weekly? Well, we could be putting in the highest weekly close in human history. Remember rule of 3, on the third low, the probability increases. It becomes its highest point for resolution. It could like pivot and rally and then fail and then dump too. Like that's resolution. Fake outs happen. So, but in this situation, it was a perfect 3 rising valleys that resolved bullishly. Okay, more than before. And then if you flipped it, classic distribution, less than before, third peak. Don't forget it. So yeah, I mean, just looking fine after, look, 3 weeks there. Oh man, it's over for orange juice, but no technical damage done. No lower low. The most recent discernible events that I see, the highest high ever and the highest low ever, and possibly if it starts really, it's up 2.69% today. If this is really pivoting, it could be the highest low ever again. And then you have like a local higher low. Oh my God, like 1 and then 2. Big wave up. I mean, that could be setting up again, dude. I wouldn't put it past orange juice. We trust in the orange, across the table. I don't know. Others haven't really good. Coffee, man, that great, dude. Coffee looks, it looks like it's probably going to go test 196 at some point. I mean, I guess we just look at S coins all day. I mean, just kind of whatever, looking at some different stuff. You gotta love it. I mean, the M shape, and then it all is completing at a level that is so real, man. Look, you go back to 2012, that swing low. So it looks maybe like a type 1, type 2 return, but I could definitely see this pulling back. But for now, anything above 174 to 172 is really, really good, because look at the price action you normally get above 172, 174. Yeah, I know there's definitely a couple peaks at 190, but that's kind of a hard target above 172. But yeah, I don't know, because you're in a very real downtrend. Okay, like don't like forget. Don't forget the fact that the highest high was put on coffee, then a low, then lower highs, and lower low, lower lows, and then a lower high, lower low, lower high, lowest low, and then all of this is consolidation, and then you made your lowest low, and you confirmed a bottom. But you can make double bottoms and downtrends all the time. Just remember, like, many things have to happen before this actually reverses its trend that's been in at least since February 2022. So we're going on 2-year downtrend on coffee. Okay. What's was it copper? Someone wanted to see copper. It's bad, man. I think it's still pretty ugly. Like, look at that. I mean, a bearish structure at a key inflection point, and then like another bearish pattern, like head and shoulders looking A, then a drawdown, and then a rally, and then what's happening? I haven't seen a higher high been put in. So, and now you're just below the 200-day moving average. Not really great. It'd be most amazing to see this asset come on down to 320 to 330. Then it would complete an amazing looking harmonic, right? And it would all be completing at a key inflection point that the buyers defended that back in 2022. Very real. Imagine a harmonic completing there. Oh man, could be a long setup, So for now, it's still looking pretty ugly. Hard to trust it. Yeah. Look at this. Oh my God, man. We've got ourselves 4 seconds, 3, 2, what? Jesus chimes. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Look at it. There was lowest daily candle close confirmed since December 3rd.
Is this your homework, Larry?
See what happens, Larry?
It's all over for Bitcoin, chat. Not really. Just remember, what are the market participants attempting to do right now? They're attempting to do what was done only once, really, Only once in history at this level, this zone. This is all you got. But Mother of God, the one time and only time, you know, when it was successfully back tested as support, that is when we saw $69,000. So get out your Bibles and begin to pray, because that's all we can do here. We have a huge battle going on between the buyers and the sellers in the trenches, man. This is it. This is the trench warfare area between buyers and sellers. Who's going to win? I mean, we know buyers have more inventory, but you just don't know. You know what kind of absorption's going on. David Weiss talks about in his book, Trade's About to Happen. You a lot of times it's impossible to know. There's a form of absorption normally happening all the time at an inflection point. You just don't know which one. So normally this has always been resistance, resistance, resistance. It's been resistance more times than it's been support, I'll say that. So let's hope that they can keep this propped up. I mean, you could still get intraday price action below 40,665 and it can look real scary. But remember, let's just continue monitoring where the traders are settling up, because they're trying everything. They want your coins, man. They do. They will push this price like they did like yesterday. They'll push it below the level. But see where they're settling up. It was never below it. So I just hope that that's kind of what we're dealing with. But you just don't know, man. Oh, you never know. All you can do is identify structural developments that are developing. They're happening at supports, on bullish back tests, confirmed bullish back tests. And in that way, you have limited downside. Because if your stop loss is getting triggered, then your whole argument failed, and that's fine. Cut your losses fast and tight, but then if it succeeds, max upside. This is kind of like where things are kind of limited. We are kind of limited because you have that resistance there, 44 to 45. See that like last time when we went to 69K, that level had not been manufactured yet. It had not really been a big overhead resistance at 44.4, 45.5. That was like manufactured in January to April of 2022. So, and this is like why, like, you know, it's so euphoric. We break in 42K, but it's like I just can't be somebody that's just going to ignore levels where reversals have happened before. And it's good that I did not get ahead of myself, you know. Crypto donations are out of sync. Oh no. One up coin rags. Dang, man. Maybe it's screwed. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. That's the test. I just tested it, but I'll disconnect and reconnect anyway, because it might be the whatever. One sec. I mean, she probably should be good now, but you never know. If it's not, we're screwed. What's up, Charizard? Yeah, INJ, IMX. Some of these went nuts. All right, and real quick, giving a big shout out to the people that contribute to this stream and also, you know, support the team and the community. Millworm, thank you so much for joining for the first month ever today. Thank you, All Quiet on the Crypto Front, for the 7 months of support. IMD Boss, thank you for the 2 months. That second month's huge, man. Really appreciate that renewing. Gary Kreitz, thank you for joining for the first time. That was yesterday, a couple days ago. Crypto Clan, thank you, dude, for the tier 2, tier 1. Red Bull, thank you for joining the Patreon, man. Thank all of y'all. And thank everyone that's continuously re-upping in the Patreon and also in the Citadel. Thank y'all. Okay? Much love. So, going to Ethereum, since just looking at it, I think as long as a higher low than 2,000 comes in, we're fine. It's just kind of like you looked at the trade setup and it's just kind of uncanny. Like, wow, kind of goes to near at target by like a few, like literally like $2-3. And that's where it reverses because like people take profit. They just took some profit, man. And you're pulling back and that's it for now. Don't be scared, man. The monthly, when you are scared, just revert back to the monthly charts and understand how not a big deal it is. All right. Thanks for watching, Jay, and everyone else. Thank you, Charizard. Baxter, really kind of you, man. I appreciate that, dude. Very nice words. Let's see. Sorry, I had to refresh. So we had a request for Tilray for double hyphens. All right, so Tilray, he says it looks like Sundial. Yeah, it's there, right? I mean, like the thing is, Sundial has support from history, right? And in this situation, you just have the M shape completing. It's just a potential type 1. That's all you have. Now you have like that larger, right angled and descending broadening formation, which is kind of inherently bullish. But man, I really wish we had some help. Well, see, we do have help, but it's like 244. So you're trading below that currently. I think making it like a weaker argument. But yeah, like, dude, if you see a shark like this, last thing you can do is be surprised if a reaction occurs. And at least to test the 244. I don't know beyond that. The trend is so bad. And you're below the historical ice line from years ago, from March 2020. It makes it weaker. But again, if you're looking without context, no context, TA, dang man, what a shark at a type 1 return. Like, what a shark. Where there could be upside. It's harder to trust it without that backing. Like, what you really want to see, let's just say, is like, this is what you want, okay? I'm not saying this is what's going on now, but education purposes, man. So what you really want to see is like, just give me a sec. So say it was like that, like, oh, that's the historical ice line right here. Okay, this would be legendary. This would be like absolutely, because it's so easy to manage your risk. Because there's just this hypothetical ice line from history that was at 170, and so the sellers broke that support, yikes, and then they defended it, and now they've reconfirmed its validity. The hypothetical ice line from history, right? That was at 170. They back tested it here. That's like amazing, because it's so easy to like set up a stop loss below it. Like you just do it, like, okay, wherever it is, down 4.2%, of course.
Is that a joint?
Probably can't because stockholders, right?
I mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
It's actually not, but okay. Like easy to, you wouldn't be able to even take profit there. But again, like, I'm not even talking about the take profits. I'm literally talking about just entry and stop losses. Like, you can have your stop loss below the spring back test if that was real. But you don't have that. I'm saying, like, if you did, though, that's amazing. You could almost go long on a type 1 in those situations. But again, that's all Rudy Poo. That's not real. But that's what you covet. That's what you want, and you don't have it. So it's all right. Shark's here. I'm not saying it's not. Does that make sense at all? All right. I don't know if you See where I'm coming from or not? So wait, there was another one after Tilray, and it was Charizard. Where was it, man? Why did it not show up? It's so weird. INJ, yeah. Let me pull that up. INJ. Not AI or something, dude. Yeah, it's insane. It's like literally, yep. It had like broken out of like a channel, and then like I haven't been here in a minute, so let's extend it out. It was just kind of like it's consolidating very well. At $17 was it. Like that was like a candle high close back from February 2021. And just like above that level, it's like straight up and down, and it goes straight up and just blasts through 22. And now you are near all-time highs. You're probably going to see it today. I mean, you're probably going to go test this $25 level. And that's incredible, man. Yeah, incredible. Very, like, almost none are doing this. So this is a very special coin at this moment. It's up 2% on the new day already. Bitcoin down 0.15%. So this is in its own world. This is rejecting any sort of Elizabeth Warren loser joke bill that's never going to pass. You know, she's tried to pass like, she's drafted like 350 bills in her career, and not one of them has ever passed. So, and like her bill like pretty much neuters crypto and Bitcoin self-custody. And then, so I'm just like saying, like, how could you be worried about an absolute loser? The only reason she has so many L's is because she doesn't participate in the free market. When you're a government worker, there is no accountability for failure. So they just continue to keep losing and failing, and they somehow get paid more because we're in crony capitalism now, whatever, you know. As long as like she just toes the line and does what she's told by big daddy bankers and whatever the, you know, war interests are to, you know, deep state, then she's going to keep her loser job and keep getting paid millions of dollars. But yeah, we know for a fact like her stupid bill's already dead. But somehow that might have catalyzed the pullback today. I don't think so. Is it confirmed top?
Can you also take a look at CLNE? Weekly bullish div.
Thanks again, dude. Yeah, CLNE. Oh, that was really delayed,
J
Charizard.
broke out on weekly.
That was really delayed. So there's nothing to look at besides the levels. If you wanted like some crazy psycho fibs, the all-time high to the lowest low, you got them. 3188 would be the 1272. 1414 is 35, and the golden mean ratio, the 1.618, is $40. So insane. I guess have your alert set up above $25 if you want to hear an all-time high alert deep, you know. Get the champagne out. All right. Crazy stuff. There's no trade to do. It's just it was requested. Government losers. I agree. Ooh, I'm kind of feeling away here. Maybe. Am I? I'm gonna find out. Been a minute. I haven't been here in a while. Oh God. Okay, so there's this. We were talking about ice lines and lack of them on Tilray. Way up on this one. And 323 is a swing low from 2008. They regard it as resistance. It was broken when it was broken, my God. But now look at this long established downtrend. And now they finally got the price there. I mean, it could be an area to take a shot, right? This is stop loss below $3 or so. You know, M shape, you're not quite there, I don't think. Maybe because it's such a freakish peak, you might be near an 886. Let's try it. If it is an 886, mother of God, an 886 add an ice line, forget about it. Very nice request. Double hyphen. Very nice request, because you have a completed M shape, a type 1 potentially, and I'll draw it out. We'll do it live. Here's the X, the A, the B, then the C, and then the D. And this is exactly where you want harmonics to complete. It's literally
What do you
perfect.
think about ETH/BTC on the 2-day after this move? Strong argument for a bottom on the pair developing now.
JJ, I mean, we'll look at it. But my God, you know, thousands before you have asked the same question over the course of two years, and it's always gone bad. So, all right, we have a completed M shape at a 2008 ice line. That's nice. That's, if you want to take a shot, you can. I don't know if I see anything else. I'm sure there's like, what, a supply line here like that. I don't think it's a wedge. I don't think it's any sort of structure. Maybe it's descending, broadening wedge, right? Okay, whatever. It doesn't really mean anything. I would forget that and stick with 323. The closer you are to 323, the easier it is to strategize an entry that is low risk with maximum upside. Why? Because if you look at history, look at the price action you normally get between 323 and $10. Straight up and down, and right, down, up, down. Look, you break it straight up, and then, you know, you didn't go straight down in the situation. You went on this long, very long downtrend for a couple years, over 2 years. And now, after all that time, you finally hit the level of levels. So I would say Clean Energy Fuels Corporation, 1.5 million volume. They don't make money. They kind of do, maybe like 2-cent EPS. Woo. Yeah, so fundamentally, yeah, whatever. But like, this is a great level. Now, normally at these levels, okay, so it's awesome. But if you were going to ask me, could it be better? Of course. Well, here's the thing though. You got like triple to quintuple bullish divergence going on right now on the daily at support. That's strong. That means sellers are exhausted. Add an ice line of ice lines, and there could be a pretty nice upside here. So X marks the spot. So if you ask like what could be better, it could be better if you get a reaction and then we get one more like test. If you got something like that, that would be the dream. Like, nothing could be better than that. But because it's your first appearance at this level in years. So, but yeah, someone could get some short-term. I bet you could get some short-term upside on this asset based on the exhaustion, the level, the completed M shape, 886, amen, right? So fantastic little setup right there. You got the makings of a Velocity athlete, at least in the short term upside. No doubt, man. Very nice. Dang. Very seldom do you get opportunities like this, and it requires tremendous amount of scanning. ABS, always be scanning. Because 99% of the time, this won't be going on ever on any chart. You have to find them. It's a bullish bat pattern, by the way. Exclamation mark, of course, because I'm screaming it. Should have gone all caps, though. There you go. All right. Not bad, dude. Not bad at all. And thanks for the 750 people tuned in. Yeah, we got Bitcoin up here. You know, on the 4 hour, it's kind of wacky, but we did talk about at the beginning of the stream. What's pretty cool is you have confluence of the ice line from history but you also have this old supply line that was so well respected on the top is formally like once and now twice in 24 hours. They're trying to hold it. So I wonder, like, if you look at the 60-minute, is it like a confirmation low with divergence? I don't know, man. You start looking at 60-minute charts, we're getting out there, getting really out there. Let me extend this out so you can see it. Ah, man, hold on. $60-minute. So it's like they're testing it once, then they're testing it twice, and you do have that special oversold divergence. I mean, it's very 60 minutes. So 60 minutes takes us to 42K easily, but it's such an insignificant time scale that it just may not have that much behind it, right? 60-minute bullish divergence will give you some short-term upside very fast, but that could be it. Because like the 4 hours not showing any of this, I'd feel more comfortable with the 4 hour, you know, a time scale that is 4 times more significant than the 60-minute showing me the same thing. You just don't have that yet, but you want to be looking out for it eventually. See, it's like part one of what we need to happen has occurred on the 4 hour. You'd want it, so the 60-minute would usher in some more upside before we draw down again later, and then we get something like this. That would be amazing. Bullish evidence on the 4 hour like that. It'd be incredible. Does that make sense? Hopefully. If not, what are you gonna do, man? 60-minute could take us higher. We're still in the bearish control zone on the 4 hour. So, all right, rejoice and see, like, you got nothing on the 4 hour, but the 60-minute, you do have something. Short-term, small edge for upsides next. Oh, if you want to know what I was talking about. So it was pretty funny. It was like one of the only things I tweeted, or not tweeted, but Discorded this weekend. See if we could find it just for the memes, for the sake of just, you know, not everyone can stick around for being in Discord. All right, so here it was. This was the 9th. All right, and everyone laughed. I mean, we got all the emojis, all the Pepe kecks. It was like, look, babe, please stop shorting. It's not going down. Please stop. This is our rent money. And there he is with the bags under his eyes. Double tap. I'm Bobo. Double tap. And it did look like, I mean, like they tried once and then they tried twice and they couldn't break that level, right? And then the ultimate result of the meme was right there. Double top. I guess it played out this time, you know, or we are now trading 41.5, which is great to see a little rally. That 60-minute divergence could be just resolving, playing out. Bitcoin breaking out? No, it's not. It's back testing a breakout that already happened on the 3rd and 4th of December. This is the breakout threshold, and this is the attempted back test of the breakout. And there's evidence of the significance of this level from history, which again, I'll show one more time, the circle where they broke it in August 2021, and then the beautiful falling wedge developed. And then that was it. They defended it over the court from the 21st all the way to the 29th before the breakback, the real breakback above the zone for 69K. Nice. We have another request, or was that it? New day, we're up 0.9%. Let's go, dude. Hype in the chat, man. Hype in the chat! Okay. So that 60 minutes, saving our butts. Ethereum to Bitcoin would be next. Let us take a look. Well, let's look at Bitcoin dominance first, and then we'll go to Ethereum to Bitcoin. Oh man, they try once and try twice. Is there bearish? Yeah, kind of definitely bearish divergence on Bitcoin dominance here. You see the high, then the slightly higher high with significantly lower levels on the RSI in overbought territory. That really strengthens the argument here. Really, like, just that's what it looks like. That's what real divergence looks like. Overbought twice. And you got some on the MACD. It's a lot of positive Momo though, so okay. So it just depends. Like, we know the trend's so freaking bullish, so you wonder how well will the bearish indicators that we have identified, how well will they play out? Even if it played out and it was a bearish dragon, it's the dragon, hadn't even broken the spine of the dragon, your downside's so limited. You just go to 50 to test the 200. You know, you haven't even seen the 200-day simple moving average be tested on this chart since January 10th. So if that even happened, okay, the altcoins outperformed Bitcoin for a little while. Okay. Still fine, but yeah, a little bit of exhaustion here. Okay. So that could be good for double hyphens, Ethereum to Bitcoin argument for upside. They're still like, yep. All right, so we know where we are, okay? This is the beginning of the trading zone, not here. This is the sellers breach that key level. Okay, go ask Richard Wyckoff himself. He would agree with me. So you are below the trading range still, but one good thing, I guess, if you are some sort of Ethereum moon boy, I didn't know there was a category of that. The good news is the sellers that have had, since they broke the level October 20th to now, they have really done nothing. There are just not many of them. There's not enough to draw the price down yet. So, I mean, no follow through from sellers on the bearish breakdown that is all confirmed. It is a confirmed bearish breakdown. It is time to mark down. So if like time goes by and we see no markdown, that kind of telling, that kind of shows you the pathetic attempt, and then you can get fake outs. There could certainly be a fake out here. But I'd love to see, if you want to see it, if you want to be like, all right, it is a fake out. The data that needs to present itself to us would be this. That right there. That's what you need.
Hey brother, will you please look at $ILV? Weekly looked promising until yesterday. W pattern on 4 hours. What are your thoughts?
Thank you, Nick. We can look at ILV. Good till yesterday. Well, ILV on the stock market? It was what happened yesterday on Sunday, dude. Are you talking about today, which is now known as yesterday? Thank you. We'll just look at it. So this is, if you want like a classic head fake out, this is the data that we want. Okay.
Forgot it was $15.
That's okay. I mean, like, if you just want to, y'all don't have to make excuses. If you want to see the lights blink like that, just do it like that. 555, whatever. That means you get 3 different light changes for the same amount. Great. But look, I got this thing set up now where it's like, I can change the lights any color I want with the click of a button, man. Pretty cool. Yeah, we're going places. Whoa, dude. Like, no one told me the music was ruining the stream. That's heightened decibels. Okay, you need this. You have to have it. You have to be like, can't really have any conviction on a head fake or fake out, false bearish breakdown, whatever we want to say it. You can't have any conviction until this happens. And when it does happen, I'll be the first one to say, dang, man, the sellers tried, but there was too much demand, not enough, just not enough asks, and the buyers recaptured it. It's very similar to BNB, where BNB, right? It was over. It was like, man, we're screwed here. The levels from history, the sellers broke it, and then they confirmed it. But again, there was no follow through. So eventually, too much time goes by, the buyers take back over, and they recapture the key level. And now they've reconfirmed its validity as support. So the consequences of that, this is exactly what you want Ethereum to Bitcoin to look like, all right? Right here. You want to see a move on Ethereum to Bitcoin happen here. They recapture, and then they reconfirm the back test. They reconfirm the validity of the area from history as support again. These are the things you need on Ethereum and Bitcoin. All right. Until then, it's just bearishly broken down, and it's still trading below the trading range. No, it didn't, man. TRB went nuts. Woo! I'm in the chat. TRB going insane. All right, so what was it? ILV. Oh, it's a. Well, I know ILV is certainly an asset on the stock market on my watch list, but you want the S coin. Okay, I think. Is that true? Yikes. Oof. Goodness gracious. The projection is insane. Hold on, let's wait a sec. We gotta wait. All right. Yeah, what's BlackRock's record? Like 237-1. All right, we're not gonna wait. As soon as it happens, so we'll switch it back. So look, I mean, ILV, he said it was good till yesterday. I mean, an up thrust through the breakout. You would look at this on the monthly, man. That's the way to look at this. Look at this monthly. It's stupid. It's a double bottom. Like, you know, it's 1 and 2, and then, you know, they tried to break, but they failed. Yeah, that's the 106.50 there. It's really what you're looking for. They closed the month at it, and just no break yet. But I think above 108, that's the promised land. There's nothing there. It's almost like price discovery till $400. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, so upside's limited at a resistance, and there's a lot of downside if it's going to pull back. But there is no breakout. So I think this is what you wanted, Nick. Weekly. Here's your weekly. Promising till yesterday. It's still promising. Like, you get what happens, right? Even if this goes and makes a 50% retrace, it's still fine. It's just going to take a while. It just could be correcting. So, like, again, you got to think about it, how swing trade. Okay, so people are taking longs down here. Oh, it's at an ice line. People are buying low, and now they're selling high. They're selling. They don't know if this is going to break or not.
PANW banging on 300. Next stop 330.
Oh, what's up, Anon? We'll look at PANW. Thank you, dude. Right, so they bought low, they're selling high, they're taking profit. You know, doesn't mean they're exiting all the way, just means buy low, sell high. So the pullback could continue, and it's not going to be a big deal. Eventually, I think a higher low than the lows put in at $38 are going to happen, and you'll go test 108 again and eventually break it. And then 160 plus. What is 160? 160 is like nothing. Why is this here? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe on less like a weird time scale.
Can you change the lights to orange, Mitch? I'm on a mission and I need the camo.
I don't know if I can, man. Maybe. That's orange. That's very orange. It may look reddish, but it's orange. There you go, dude. Perfect. Okay, so people take profit, and then you hit a resistance, and this is exactly where people are going short. People are taking profits. So it's just the congestion area. This is exactly where pullbacks happen. So it could take a minute or not. And then eventually after, so there's absorption of supply here. If they can absorb the supply, if there's not much supply, you'll find out soon when it breaks and you go to insane markups, like huge pumps. So it is a weekly setup. that has gone up insane amounts in a very short period of time. So a pullback, you can't be that surprised. Pan W. It's gone, dude. To outer space. Gone to outer space. Yeah, break upward of this consolidation. Right? Yeah, a little wedge there. It happens. Uptrend strong. I don't think it's all-time highs. I actually think it, maybe it is, but let's see. Yeah, it is, I guess, all-time highs. Not sure how oh, I know what happened. See, anytime you see this split, there was a split or a reverse split that completely messed up everything. So I don't know when that happened, but it did. Because you're in price discovery. There's nothing here. And you're Fibonacci world, right? Already exceeded the 1618, 2618, 346 to 350. I think that'd be your next target. It's gone, dude. What was the question? You know, because when you look at a chart like this, like what's the angle here? What's the angle of the request? So you just 300 next stop 330. Well, it's at 299, so it is not at 300. 330. I mean, again, like I'm just look how I'm using Fibonacci. Yeah, I guess you could use another. You could say, all right, from here to here. Is that why you see you're breaking that? 2618 is confluent with the other one, 350. So I don't know about 330. I think 350 is your the fives and the zeros. Price discovery. There's nothing here. So Fibonacci and the round numbers, the zeros and the fives. It's gone though, man. For real. That was it though. That was like last request. So we can go back to Bitcoin because, hey man, 60 minutes. TA being respected, man. Look, the divergence, bro, is there, man. 60 minutes. 15. All right. Nick, that is not what I do. I appreciate the contribution. You ever heard of the best 5 rappers in the world? Dylon, and Dylon. Bitcoin, and Bitcoin. I don't know. Joking aside, I mean, you take like Bitcoin, probably Ethereum, and then one S coin. So it'd be like, what's the best looking S coin of all of them? It's harder to say now because like they've all run up 80 to 100%.
If you were to drop 100K today for short term, midterm
like,
spot
like
to hold,
H-bar, you know?
What are your top 3 picks, Mitch? Curious, haha.
On the weekly, it's something stupid, man. It's like you could pick one that's like H-bar, or you could go to. You got like Monero there sitting up here, like elevated. Soon you break one. You've already broken 171, 186, and then it's gone to 282. You like high was a great one. My God, it was so good, and it's just taking off, man. It's already like the lion's share of the initial move where you're able to strategize with the low risk entry is gone. It's like you're just too far away. I can't see the comet with my naked eye anymore. I'll have to wait 20 more years to see it again. I mean, OP was good. Oh my God, it was great. There was a time and a place. It's like coming in now after 100% rally on like the whole crypto market. It's like asking me now was so unfair because we were here when these things were like at their type 2 returns. Or like Uniswap, like forget it. Like wait like 6 months and come back to me. 6 months, wait. This thing could go down to 520. It could lose so much value and still be completely good. Could go down to go down 16%, could go down 25% and still be in great shape, technically on the weekly. Matic, very similar. Like you can give it like 6 months to a year, come back at 130, 170. And think about it like this, like XABC, C to D wave completing. So the C to D wave, you could imagine like an 886 takes you like 250. Like they're all off their, again, strategized areas for the lowest risk. They're way off. And the upside in the very short term could be limited because they're at areas of where there would be supply. Got it. Because people taking profits on 100%, 88% upside in 5 weeks. They just are. They do. There's asks there. But eventually, wherever the pullback concludes, it's going to most likely be higher than these type 2 return, type 1 and 2 of the harmonic. And it's going to be more than before. And it'll rally again to test the same level. And eventually that time will probably break and head to 130, 170, probably $2+ But you got to wait like 6 months probably because this is the weekly time scale. And back here, hey, and like, May of 2022, we didn't have any structures. It was just down. But then like all these days happen and we're good. Let's just look at it on the weekly. Do I think it slows down? How do I know? I don't know. TA doesn't tell you if an asset that's running away is going to slow down. All I can do is tell you the levels. And I'm looking at AVAX right now that is butting up against the highest candle close ever back from February 2021. And it was manufactured there. And after that, it only correlated over and over and over and then became support. And then when it was broken, straight down to the next level. And now it's just at it. Like if there's enough demand and there's not enough supply at $39 to $40, then you probably are going to run to $60 very fast. But who am I to? I don't know. All I know is how to strategize entries. Look, buy low, sell high. Wouldn't this be like kind of low one time, the second time down here, and now it's like gone? Like there's nothing you can do here. We were talking about this on GRT, right? It's like, of course it could keep going. But you're buying at unbelievable
You think
premium
AVAX
now.
slows down? Look similarly R2ILV to price discovery here soon. I think $80 plus soon.
80. Dude, why are we going to be saying 80? Why can't we just say 60? That high from February 2021. 80? Yeah, 80 would be after 60, but come on, dude, we're at $39 right now, and we have not broken it, and we could break it intra-week and close the week below $39 to $40. So, yeah, 500, man. Why not 1 trillion? That's what our Treasury Department and our central banks are like. Let's just print a cool $10 trillion, whatever, in 18 months. Let's just print unlimited money. They're stealing from us, and that's what gives you like conviction fundamentally, not technically, on Bitcoin. The technicals are good. The fundamentals, like our purchasing power is being stolen from us by these bureaucrats. You will be gaslit by the entities that these people print all this money to virtually buy all the institutions, and they've done that. It's all been laundered and it's gone back, and now they're propaganda arms. So you're going to be gaslighted by these entities to tell you that it's your fault for inflation. Inflation is not transitory, or it is transitory, whatever. The joke is their meme, what they think to be is real news, and really dumb people fall for it, unfortunately. But they're the dumbest people that are probably more inclined to vote for more of that. And those are the people that will not own financial instruments that will at least keep up with inflation. They will be left behind. And that's fine, like whatever. So you gotta love crypto and Bitcoin, mainly Bitcoin, because we know what's happening to what it's paired to, the US dollar. It's getting neutered. It was neutered. We knew that. But it's like, I don't think you understand. We're in like this inverse parabolic. It's a parabolic downtrend, and we've been legging down in the past 6 months, legging down on US dollar purchasing power. Like the most rapid pace of deterioration of your purchasing power has happened, I think, in the past 6 months. So I don't think that will stop, because uncapped spending was passed by the people that apparently represent us. Yeah, we all voted for unlimited spending by the government who's put us in this situation. Sure we did. No, we don't. They don't represent us anymore. The moment you realize that, the better life's going to be for you, I think. So LTCN, Litecoin Trust by Grayscale. Yep. This one was pretty crazy on the daily. Really, really was, man. Okay. Dang, I had weekly here. Weekly coming back. There's your double bottom, man. There it was. I think there was a crazy back test. Look at I'm thinking maybe about another one, but
LTCN.
that was that. Man, if you look at like this swing low right here, look how the price correlated to that. That's pretty freaking, forget the double bottom, neckline. That was there. It's very real. But look how like that was back tested as support. Like, the buyers they redefended it, or they defended it, recaptured it, then defended it, and just, oh my God, in February to June, it was just awful. But they kept buying, the buyers kept defending it. Markup highest highs you'd seen since April 2022. Then like that confirmation low, I guess. They kept it defended, and then it's been running. But now you're kind of in no man's land, where if you see $7, you can't really be that surprised. But $13 seems like the target from here. $13, right? Because the swing lows from August and September 2021. You ever broke that, $20? Candle high close from August 2021. Okay, so it's either number go up, or oh my God, pull back. Let's buyers defend it, and then we run again. Because you are in an uptrend now. Understand, LTCN is uptrending. You had your lowest low, then you had actually a higher high somehow than your previous high, or matched the previous high, one of them, right? Okay, and then higher lows, more than before. Wow, someone has accumulated, and it's evident they're defending a level. Holy crap, a higher high than the previous high? And then the same low, okay, same low, which is higher lows than the lowest low, and now a higher high than the previous high. So any pullback will be your highest low, most likely. And then after will probably be your highest high, because you're uptrending now, not downtrending. Downtrend concluded with a bottoming base. It concluded. Now, like, instead of lower lows, lower highs, it's higher highs, higher lows. That can continue. Down 9% today. I can't even tell. Someone get my reading glasses. Cap up. And, Litecoin, remember, it was all about the couple event. It was like one event, but the confirmation. It was all about right here. $66, man. It's all still valid.
Hey sir, can you take a look at INJ/USDT, Binance?
Did we just look at that? INJ chat? Have we looked at INJ? Thank you, Pez, for the 15 past the tardy sauce. Because didn't we just look at it? Or is that something else I looked at? Or is that old? I don't even know. So Litecoin, spot price, which LTCN kind of tracks, it's at like I think one LTCN from looking it up is like 10% or 0.1 of a Litecoin. So
Aave bounced off trendline and triangle pattern on daily. Seems like the only large cap blue chip that hasn't pumped much from $53 local bottom. Good entry.
Lind, Aave. Yeah, we can look. Thank you, dude. And I'll assess what you said. I'll try. Okay, so can't break the 200-day moving average, but still fine. I mean, just got to be patient, unfortunately. It is a garbage performer to Bitcoin and Ethereum and many other altcoins. That's a sad thing, a sad fact. It's garbage performance lately. But you never know when these coins will play catch up. And it's like if you were a betting man on Litecoin, you had your trigger. You know how important 66 is. The target above 66 is 84. It's just been so slow and not been going well. I get it. But I mean, shoot, dude, it could be bearish consolidation. But I'm just saying, you're out below 66. Like if the price falls ever below 60, you're just out until it gets back above it, because it's a very dangerous level to be. You go straight down to $50 below. Most of the time below 60. This was a false bearish breakdown, and then higher lows started coming in. After the higher low, a higher high, and then the spring back test. So you think, okay, kind of things are okay for now. But yeah, it's kind of garbage. Like, my God, you literally lose if you were like a Litecoin maximalist when Bitcoin was running circles, Ethereum was doing fine. This was garbage. Complete trash. Not silver, digital silver. No. It's fast, right? Use it to transact and, you know, from exchange, whatever. But outside of that, get out and be in something better. Something that performs better. Okay, so INJ was at 38-minute mark. Pez, what you think about that, man? What you think? Do you want me to redo it? I think there was something before that, though. Hold on. I know, it was supposed to be INJ. He wanted it, man. Again, there's really nothing to look at besides its levels, because it's certainly, without a doubt, it's at a 100% retrace. Like all-time highs, you're there. I have an alert set up because if we hear the bell, we know a new all-time high, taking out the high from May of 2021. So on the analysis I did, because again, there's no strategy here. It's an impulse mode. There's no, like you know, as a swing trader, you're looking for consolidation structures to develop over days, sometimes months, and very seldom, sometimes, if you're lucky enough, maybe over a year. But in this situation, you're impulsing. So all I can do is show you you're near all-time highs. You're probably going to test it today. You're up 4% already right now. And if you break it, we have targets with Fibonacci anchoring from the highest high to the lowest low after the highest high. 1272, 3188, 1414, 3531, and the golden mean ratio, the 1.618, is $40. So 30, 35, 40. That's it, above 25. Okay? That's all I can do, man. Thank you. I'm sorry. Wind for McChan. All right, let's go to Aave. All right, so, well, we know that 112 is pretty big, and unfortunately, you got that like double top Bobo, you know, the bear, one high, the second high, but no lower low yet. Still a higher low. Could turn into a reaccumulation structure if the buyers actually defend here and pivot this. But again, like, you're just, even if it rallies here, aren't you like kind of looking at like a more limited upside situation? Because like buying low, then you're at the top here. 112 is like the top of the range. It's like it's higher risk up here, and you're currently trading below $94.74, $95, which is a very real swing high from December 2020. It's there. It cannot be argued with. It exists. And then it was formally back tested as support before launching to outer space. So you are currently trading below a very key level from history, an ice line. And you can like one high and the second high. So it's like, even if it pumps here, it's still kind of like a higher risk long. You're looking to long supports, not long failed breakouts confirmed with, I mean, could you tell me maybe what you're staring at, like divergence? And I'm not saying it can't go higher, and I don't make those calls. I'm just saying, risk management standpoint, it seems like it's a higher risk trade if you were going to take it now. And it could work out. But again, play the numbers game. Trade 100 assets. And keep longing assets that are confirming highs, right? That are confirming highs at resistance with bearish divergence. It's just tough, man. It's like that's. I think you're better off longing bottoms with bullish divergence, not longing tops after assets have run up, 100% in 2 months. It's just higher risk, even if it breaks higher. Let's lend. There's Bitcoin, 41,730. Let's go, dude. Let's head on up to 42K. 60-minute divergences playing out at least a little bit, and that would set up for a little pullback. So eventually we might be able to get 4-hour bullish divergence. Bitcoin up 1%, about $500 on the day. Nice. All happening at a crazy level, right? Confluence is certain. The old 4-hour channel is lined up. The crossing of two rivers, that's confluence. The crossing of that level with the ice line, undeniable, from 2021, the candle high close. So you're heading to the high, that wick high from the same time in 2021. I'll just show you here. Right, it's the wick high. The zone, the top of the zone is 42K. Breaking that, could be back at 44K in a day or two, like for real, but you're not yet. And so it takes time, man. But technically, was any damage done? Absolutely not. In fact, discussed multiple times now on the stream, maybe one of the most important things to ever happen could be unfolding before our eyes right now. The most important thing ever. Buyers confirming a level that is so freaking real as support as they did in September 2021 before 69K. They're maybe working on that again. And if it's real, like crazy stuff. They're stealing from us, man. Our purchasing power is collapsing at the fastest rate ever. And I think the Western governments are becoming more tyrannical at the fastest rate ever. Never has it happened like this. You go back, man. Okay, back to the monarchy. That's when tyranny of our own governments was like this. So, but it's a really weird thing what they're doing, how they're destroying civilization and society in the West. Really, really messed up.
Let's look at Hood. Maybe Vlad the Impaler can run like coin.
Hood, all right. Hood, Robin Hood. Oh my God, dude. Steal from the rich, man. Yeah, it's been number go up. I mean, it hit a bottom. It hit a bottom. I mean, it's such a whacked out type 2. I guess it technically might be with the harmonic framework, Scott Carney's, but it's just been impulsing. Like since it hit that bottom, 792 in November, it's just been number go up every day, and it hit a fresh height. Well, maybe. Nah, it did not take out the high. Intraday it did. Intraday, the highest level achieved since August 2nd. But yeah, an unfilled gap. If you're asking me about targets short term, I mean, there's the unfilled gap at like 1245. That seems like a no-brainer of like, if you're targeting for something, the gap fill. They love to fill gaps. But like if it's mega, which you could think about like go the weekly or something, it's like a double bottom. I mean, or it could be Wyckoff accumulation happening and we're towards the end of it, right? Composite operator is nearing the end of his buying campaign. If it's real, then you think above 1280, $15, $16 easy, and above 16 is the promised land. That's where doubling in value. There is no support resistance. It would be like a Coinbase situation or like an ARC situation. Yeah, so this could be the composite operator himself accumulating here, okay? But no breakout yet, and kind of hard to manage risk. Again, always, it doesn't matter what chart you're looking at. The closer you are to the bottom of a range is the lower the risk. The easier it is to strategize an entry and a tight stop loss with the maximum upside. The further away you get from that low, the harder it is to strategize an entry for a low risk trade. Because it's like, if you were going to ask, how do I long this? It's hard, because like, where would your stop loss be to make it strategic, to where you take on minimal losses and it makes sense? Because if your stop loss is getting triggered, your whole argument falls apart. There's not one, because the argument really for this doesn't fall apart until it falls below 775 or maybe even 682. So it is nice. I mean, more than before. Like, just think about the lowest low and then a higher low in December of last year, and now the same low. It doesn't matter. It's actually slightly higher low on where traders set it up on the weekly. So it's like confirmed accumulation here. So this looks like a bottom is being put in by a huge institution, which would be Composite Operator. They're accumulating here, and you just don't know how long it'll take. But eventually, once this level breaks, and then the run up, and then Hood will be on CNBC. It'll be like just all over Wall Street Bets, on Reddit, all the noobs and scrub. Like it will make it through the news cycle to drive the mania. It will drive the markup phase, and on the tail end of markup phases, you get the mania phases, and that's where, oh my God, did you see Robinhood, man? Robinhood's at 33. Holy crap! And then all your Uber drivers talking about he's using Robinhood while he's driving you. What's up, BD? Thank you, man. Yeah, I think Hood looks like it's bottoming out, and someone's accumulating, and they've been doing it for a long time now, like a year. Korgs. Huh. Wait. Korsk. Okay. Core Scientific. Oh my God. I don't know about this one though. Doesn't really look like the Composite Operator's signature, right? What, like, trading range is one thing. This is just, I mean, that's kind of like Robinhood in a way, but not really. I look at something like this and I'd say, I'm just going to move on. Right? I'd like to see it. If it's a trading range, I'd like to see it. OTC, 2 million volume. Remember, this always loses money no matter what. No matter what happens, no matter how good the conditions are, it will always lose money. Dang, that's not a good start. Right? There's no real like range. I mean, I get that like maybe here. I've been here before, I guess. All right, well, we're back above 52 cents. Maybe they back test it. If they back test it successfully, and it looks like this, maybe you could strategize a tight stop. I mean, like below 52, no, nothing. I want nothing to do with it ever again. But if they can hold the level, like, so they broke support and then they recaptured it and now it's bleeding out. And it's like, if they recaptured it, we have to reconfirm that what was once a resistance is support now. And you got to see that happen. And then when it starts separating, that's where one could try to take a shot. And then you better have that stop loss tight as F, below 52 cents. That's the only way you can manage probably in the situation. But I guess more than before, sure. Volume 2 million. So I guess it meets the criteria. Even on the 300 day or 30 day, excuse me. 1.58 million. So it meets the criteria. It's just a joke. It's like that's the only way I could see it being some way. Like, I could strategize an ice line from history. So Scott, 41,690. We're still right around $500 up on the day. Off that 60-minute divergence at the very key level, 40,600. You all know it now. Well, you've known it, but hopefully I've beat it into your mind even more. Core Scientific down 8% today. You can't even tell. AMP for Scott. I don't know. Which kind of AMP? The stock or the... There's Ameriprise Financial or there's AMP, the S coin. Always the S coins, right? Isn't that what Joe Pesci said in Casino? Always the S coins. And he repeated it right before he got whacked. Oh my God, he spoiled it. Oh, if you hadn't seen Casino, you're wrecked, dude. Just give up.
Hey Mitch, thoughts on AMP?
All right, AMP the S coin, I guess. Wow, what a winner. I mean, all right, ladies and gentlemen, all-time highs on INJ. Jesus chimes. INJ will go to moon. See you at 30. That's it. INJ in the chat. So nice, we had to look at it twice. It's like a loser. It's like, why this over all the other ones that we have been looking at forever? Lowest low in human history. And then it runs up 100+%, right? Doubles in value or more, 200%. And yeah, I guess they're defending it now. 0.3 of 1 penny. Oh. Okay, anything above that level is fine, I guess. It's okay. Anything above that level, easy target of that. 5.6 of 1 penny. That is the target from here. Guess what? Look where you are. Really hard to strategize if you have 2 levels. And I'll just plot it like this. I'll make it really nice. You know, like, oh, there's a zone. Gray zones in between them. If you are at 0.4 of 1 penny, that means the closer you are to the bottom of the gray zone, the easier it is to strategize an entry. That means you're about 20 to 21, 20 to 26% off the lowest risk area. How do you set a stop loss up right here on AMP? You can't. It doesn't make sense. You have to get closer to the zone. So at this current time, there is no formal way to strategize an entry at an ice line so you can cut your losses quick if it fails. You would take on 20% losses just to get back down to low risk area, and then it could fail, and then you're underwater, like completely underwater. So you gotta wait if you want it. It's down here. What's up? Sorry, Scott. Thank you. Oh, dude, his last name's NYC. All right, Bitcoin at the highs of the day. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Well, we don't even have 400 likes. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, chat. Just tell me what I'm doing wrong, so we can get it figured out and we can get those likes, you know. All right, IIPR. Innovative Industrial Properties. Ooh, my God, it's so pretty. Well, we've been here. What do you want? I mean, it's beautiful. And now it's like a double, like a higher low double, like 1 and then 2. It's like, and there was so much demand that the sellers failed.
Can you check out your... Thanks, Mitch.
And massive upside.
Merry
like
Christmas.
Minimum 108 and then 137. That's it. Those will be your targets from here, dude. 108, that peak from 2020. This is what you're looking for, okay? This is literally what we found earlier, what someone requested. A massive completed M shape, 886. Oh, and it just happens to be that the ice line from history, look at this, 2019, and look at this, 2019 again. And then a spring back test in 2020 when they recaptured. They reconfirmed the validity before moon, and now you have it again. So a completed M shape confluent with the ice line is legend status. Like this could, I high confidence to believe 108, 137. Ooh, golden cross coming. Kind of look just by looking at it, maybe. Yeah, we got ourselves a golden cross, kind of. Yeah, it's like look. It's like golden cross. Oh, I love this because like they golden crossed it and it was like, oh no, look how the 50 tested the 200 and never death crossed, and now look at it. Wow, man. Yep. Beautiful stuff here. And of course, right, you know, people get really technical and be like, all right, so it's a, got ourselves a shark here. Well, it was not quite. It was 786. So an 886 would have been insane at 68, but there's too much demand. Too much demand to retest this low here. Wow. Yep, it's a beautiful one. IIPR, lots
BW
upside.
about the likes, it's not you, it's the price action. Dollar CRV Plaza smile.
To Amelia, yeah, we can look at that. You get 20%, 22%, up to 55% on IIPR. Okay, beauty. The closer you are to $66 to $68, the closer you are to the lowest risk area to enter. So you're off of that now. So all right. Yeah. So on one like this, wow, so cool. All right. So yeah, you're in decent shape here. The closer the asset is to 54 cents, the closer you are to a strategic level. But it could even get, you know, you go down to like 45 cents and it'd be awesome too. But the M shape's there. They defended the levels. You even got some confirmation of the defense and the recapturing, right? And the golden cross will be coming within the next few days. Like we have an imminent golden cross no matter what happens, really. So massive upside. I mean, like eventually, like a stop loss below 52 cents or so, probably good. And you wait, you let this thing run. I mean, 88 cents probably. And then up to 111, 123. And then above that's incredible. Like that's insane. But this is like Lind. This is very similar to the AAVE asset. Like look at that. I mean, you got a supply line that you're still not even really that close to. Same structure though. And the closer you are to the bottom, the closer you are to the lowest risk entries. So I think this is pretty good. It's been destroyed. The M shape's completed. Yeah. One could be in this and come back in like 3 to 6 months. Probably going to be a lot higher than where it is now. Okay. It's the price. Well, the price action, hey, we're the highs of the day. We're about to be tested 42K soon. Not bad, man. Not bad at all. Thanks to the 700 people still here. And wow, we got 3 likes until 420. So we're not bad. We made a comeback. All I had to say was something, right? $418. Oh, we just got 2 people. All we gotta do is like it 2 more times, and we have 420, and that's amazing. Up there, now it's 430.
Is that a joint?
You probably can't because stockholders, right?
I mean, it's legal, right?
Totally legal, man. Party tub, man, party tub. Oh my god. Yeah, a lot of upside. You'd think eventually. I mean, like, worst case scenario for something like this, it does something like this. I mean, that'd be like layering in, you know? Layer in till 48 cents, you know? And he gets some sort of way more formal type 2 on a 3-day. And that would be like, let it be all but confirmed that we shall be kings. But it's alright. Yep. Closer to the buy low than many others. I'll say that. Something that's not close to that is IMX, which, again, there it was. There it was, chat. I'm sorry. Is that an 886? Yes. Is that a type 2? Yeah. Look at that. What gives you what's a type 2 return? After the reaction? Well, see, it wasn't even really a type 2 because, like, formally a 382, but that was pretty close. It was like a 35%, but you could see a discernible peak in 2 valleys there. So, but this is like, okay, I mean, like before IMF did all that, look at this, you know, And then it's like, then we go to these other assets. And it's like, wait a second. Wait, what? It's the same picture, except it's not really fully played out all the way. Yes, exactly. It's just like the patient man wins. You have to be patient. These structures are so large, I just don't think you're comprehending it. It took us 300 plus days for this stuff to develop and mature. You gotta be patient. You gotta hold. You can't freak out over like, oh, we're down 10% a day. Welcome to the effing show. Welcome to crypto, man. If you don't like it, go invest in a mutual fund and hang it up. All right, so I'm hungry. I gotta eat some dinner, man. Okay, so just relax. But having the chat for INJ hitting all-time highs and probably soon to be $30 because it's INJ. Not sure what I should get tonight. My meal planning doesn't come in until day after tomorrow, so probably ceviche and sushi. Seems like that'd be all right, you know? All right, so I'm tired. Super tired, and Bitcoin at this current time is just attempting to do the back test. Of course they don't. Yeah, they won't. They'll fail. That's why everyone must be in the Discord, and they will certainly be notified when I go live. No, Crypto Hammer, I use some local company. They're newer, but the food is so fresh and the use cost is so inexpensive. It's unbelievable. Like switching to healthy eating and like good portions, and it's all like, you know, got the macros on it so I can track it well. That it's an insane revelation for me. Maybe you gotta be in the Discord. If you are, you'll never miss a stream. Whoa, what the heck? So will we break 42? Man, if you break 42K, which it'd be weird. It would be kind of like, I don't know, because the 60 minutes the only thing that gave you this little edge. But a 60-minute edge is like a butter knife. It's like, yeah, there's an edge on it, but good luck really cutting. 4 hour, you know, you start getting up where the butter knife's kind of been sharpened. And then a 12 hour, dang, man, now we're dealing with some sort of dull steak knife. And then the daily's like, whoa, you're really getting there, you know, on sharpness. So again, like 60-minute, yeah, your butter knife edge. I guess you got it. And it's playing out right now. This is to the extent of how high the 60-minute could take us, just up to 42K for that test. So we'll be waiting on the 4 hour to develop some sort of edge at some point in the next couple days. All right. So thank you all so much for coming by. It's good to have the lights back. It's been too long. I think it's been like 8 months plus. Well, I don't think we've had the lights functional and operational since I moved here, so pretty cool. But thanks for the just everyone coming out and the likes, love, support, and all the patrons, Citadel members, team members, mods, admins. Thank you all for everything. I'll just be back until next time. Respect, TA.
Adios, turd nuggets.